Ah, nature. One of life's greatest gifts. People often ask me, why do plants carry out photosynthesis? They even ask me, what is photosynthesis? People always have asked me these kinds of questions, and they always will. So for those people that are looking for answers, you have come to the right place. Today we are going to talk about photosynthesis! Synthesis. So photosynthesis is basically a process where plants have plants have these cells inside their cells. They have these things called chloroplasts, and inside there's this pigment called chlorophyll, which is the main pigment in their skin. And the plant's color, it determines the plant's color. And so it actually absorbs light energy, and that contains the sun's energy. And then they store it for use in other things. You see that tree over there? That tree didn't just magically go out of nowhere and just stands. It doesn't stand there. It had to grow. And you know why it grew? Because it was a living thing. Living things need energy. So, basically, here's an example. Say that there's a plant, and since plants make their own food, they get energy from the sun. And then a zebra comes along and then eats the grass. Well, the stored energy from the grass, the zebra gets because it has eaten the grass. And then later, after a lion comes along, and then the zebra is eaten, that zebra lost its energy, and its energy that it got from the grass is given to the lion. You could say that photosynthesis is basically the energy engine of the world! Basically, it powers everything. Without photosynthesis, life as we know it might not even exist. Now, in the process of photosynthesis, before photosynthesis even happens, water can come in to the plant. Now, there's a couple of different ways that it can meet. Water can come from the hose. You know, water could come from a water bucket. It could come from the rain, even. But what happens during this, I bet you didn't know this, is that the water is actually used for a purpose. You see, it goes to the chloroplast, and then it is split into hydrogen and oxygen becomes the waste product. And then eventually the cells end up using the hydrogens for functions. And you see, if any of you are wondering how we get the carbon dioxide, which you probably are. The plants get them from the air, because we are actually breathing it out, and so they take in, and then the oxygen is actually given to us. Now, carbon enters through small openings at the undersides of a leaf. Of course, you can't see these because they're too tiny for our eyes to see. And then later, powered by the captured energy from the sun, the hydrogen and carbon undergo reactions that make sugars. One of the most important sugars that it produces is, well, it would be, drumroll please, glucose. The glucose is later used for functions in cells, and then also, you may not know this, but another product of photosynthesis is oxygen gas! Oxygen gas! Oxygen gas! Oxygen gas! And so basically, the equation for all of this, the photosynthetic equation is 6 molecules of CO2 plus 6 molecules of H2O equals C, and then it yields to 6H2O, 6C6H12O6 and 6O2. which basically I'm saying is carbon dioxide plus water yields to glucose plus oxygen. Energy is not a raw material, but the light energy is what powers all of this, and that is what you get out of photosynthesis. Isn't it amazing how life works? You never know what's going to happen. There are some things in life that you just can't determine.